Part 1. Have you ever wondered why some couples stay deeply in love for decades, while others fall apart after just a few years? It's a question that has puzzled not only relationship experts but anyone who has ever dreamed of building a lasting love story. And here's the thing, happy couples do know something that others don't. In a moment, I'll share that secret with you. The one that keeps love alive, even when life gets messy. But before we get there, let me take you on a journey through the small, overlooked moments that actually decide whether love grows or fades. Because here's the truth, the secret isn't always in the big gestures. It's hidden in the everyday choices, the ones we often ignore. The illusion of perfect love. In the US, we've been raised on movies that tell us love is all about fireworks, about grand declarations, fancy weddings, and picture-perfect Instagram posts. But when the honeymoon phase ends and the real work of living together begins, many couples feel lost. They think maybe love wasn't meant to last forever. But that's not true. Love can last. It's just that what keeps it alive is very different from what most people imagine. And in just a few minutes, I'll reveal exactly what happy couples know. The secret that has nothing to do with perfection and everything to do with presence. But first, let's talk about why so many relationships fail to cross the 10-year mark. The silent killers of love. Most couples don't fall apart because of one dramatic event. It's not always betrayal, or money, or constant fights. Often, it's something much quieter. The little things. Forgetting to listen. Taking each other for granted. Choosing work, phones, or distractions over meaningful connection. Slowly, these silent killers build up, and by the time a couple notices, the love feels like it has faded. But happy couples, they know how to spot these patterns early. They know how to protect love before it dries out. In just a moment, I'll tell you the number one thing they do differently. But let me first share a story you might even see yourself in. The couple at the coffee shop. Not long ago, I sat in a small coffee shop downtown. At one table, there was an elderly couple in their 70s. They were holding hands, sipping their drinks slowly, and laughing like two teenagers who had just fallen in love. At another table, there was a much younger couple. They barely looked at each other. Each one was scrolling through their phone, locked into a world that didn't include the person sitting right in front of them. And I thought to myself, this is it. This is the difference. The older couple wasn't distracted. They weren't chasing perfection. They were present, completely present with each other. And presence, as you'll soon discover, is one of the most underrated secrets of lasting love. But hang on, I'm not done yet. Before I tell you how presence transforms a relationship, let's talk about why couples forget to practice it. Why love fades without us noticing. Life gets busy. Bills pile up. Kids need attention. Careers demand time. And slowly, without even realizing it, couples begin to drift. They think they're still together, but emotionally, they're living separate lives. Happy couples, though, have learned to push back against this drift. They make conscious decisions every day to stay connected. I'll tell you what those decisions are in a little while. But first, let's clear one common myth. Love should be easy. One of the biggest lies about relationships is that if you're truly with the one, everything should feel effortless. No fights, no stress, no struggles. But every couple who has made it through decades together will tell you the opposite. Love is beautiful, yes, but it's also work. The secret is not about avoiding problems. It's about how you face them together. The turning point. Now, let's circle back. Remember that secret I promised to share with you? Here's the first layer of it. Happy couples don't just fall in love. They keep choosing love. Every day, in small ways. Through listening, through kindness, through forgiveness. They don't wait for love to magically stay alive. They actively protect it. And in just a moment, I'll break down exactly how they do it. But let's pause here for a reflection, because this is where most people get stuck. Reflection for you. Think about your own relationships, past or present. How many times did love start strong, only to fade when life got complicated? It wasn't because love wasn't real. It was because the small daily choices weren't nurtured. Happy couples know that passion alone can't hold a relationship. It's the choices they make when no one is watching that matter most. And here's where I want you to stay with me, because in the next part, I'll share practical steps, real actions that happy couples use every single day to keep love alive for decades. Part 2. In the first part, we uncovered an important truth. Happy couples don't simply fall in love once. They keep choosing love every single day. But of course, that raises the next big question. How? How do they keep choosing when stress piles up? When disappointments happen? When the spark feels like it's fading? In just a moment, I'll reveal the exact daily practices that make the difference. But before we get there, let's break down one dangerous pattern that almost every couple falls into without realizing. The routine trap. At first, love feels exciting. Every glance, every touch, every conversation feels electric. But after months or years, routines settle in. The same breakfast, the same commute, the same tired conversations after long work days. Routine itself isn't the problem, it can bring stability. But when routine replaces connection, the relationship begins to wither. Happy couples know how to keep routines from becoming ruts. They create micro moments of connection, even in the ordinary. A handwritten note on the fridge, a 5-minute talk before bed without phones, a simple thank you for something that could easily go unnoticed. In a few minutes, I'll share the single most powerful routine they never skip. But before that, let's talk about another silent enemy of love. The danger of comparison. We live in a culture that constantly shows us highlight reels of other people's lives, perfect vacations, perfect anniversaries, perfect smiling photos. It's easy to look at another couple and think they're happier than we are. But comparison is poison. It steals gratitude. It blinds us to the beauty in our own relationship. Happy couples don't waste energy comparing their love story to anyone else's. They focus on writing their own. Soon, I'll show you how they stay grateful even when things aren't pictured. But let's first uncover another truth. The power of small acts. Big gifts and grand surprises feel amazing, yes, but research shows that, more importantly, real life shows that the foundation of lasting love is built on small, consistent acts of care. Think about it. making a cup of coffee for your partner in the morning, sending a quick "I'm thinking of you" message in the middle of the day, offering a hug without any reason at all. Happy couples understand something most people overlook. These small acts aren't small. They are daily deposits in the bank account of love. Stay with me, because in just a few minutes, I'll share the one daily ritual that multiplies these small acts into a lifetime of connection. Conflict done right. Here's a surprise. Happy couples fight. Yes, they argue. Yes, they disagree. The difference? They fight in a way that protects the relationship instead of destroying it. They avoid the four poisons of communication: criticism, contempt, defensiveness, stonewalling. Instead, they fight with respect. They disagree with listening. They argue with the commitment to repair, not to win. Soon, I'll tell you, the phrase many happy couples use in the middle of conflict that changes everything. But before that, let's talk about something even deeper. Choosing admiration. Over time, many couples stop noticing the good in each other. They get used to one another, and admiration quietly fades. But admiration is fuel. When you stop admiring, respect and attraction weaken. Happy couples actively look for reasons to admire their partner, noticing small strengths, speaking words of affirmation, choosing gratitude over complaint. And when admiration flows, respect grows. And when respect grows, intimacy deepens. A story of renewal. Let me share a quick story. A couple I once met had been married for over 40 years. I asked them, "What's your secret?" The wife smiled and said, "We never stopped dating. Even when money was tight, we found ways to surprise each other. Sometimes it was just a walk in the park. Sometimes it was cooking a new meal together. Sometimes it was leaving a funny note under the pillow." They didn't wait for anniversaries to celebrate love. They created celebrations in the middle of ordinary days. And this is one of the keys I promised to reveal. Happy couples don't let life become only serious. They keep playfulness alive. The secret ritual. Now, as I promised earlier, here's one practice almost every happy couple I've studied has in common. They have a daily check-in. It doesn't have to be long. Sometimes just 5 minutes. But every single day, they pause to connect. Not about bills, not about chores, not about schedules, but about each other. How was your day, really? What's on your mind? What are you excited about this week? This simple ritual protects intimacy. It keeps them from becoming strangers, living under the same roof. And in a little while, I'll share the phrase that transforms even the hardest days into opportunities for deeper connection. Staying grateful. Here's another powerful habit: gratitude. Happy couples say thank you often. Not just for big things, but for the small things that are so easy to take for granted. Gratitude shifts focus from what's missing to what's present. It turns ordinary moments into sacred ones. And here's the fascinating part. When gratitude is spoken often, Affection naturally increases. Your next step. Now pause and reflect. Which of these small acts or habits do you practice in your own relationships? Which ones have you been neglecting? Because here's the truth. What keeps love alive isn't a mystery reserved for a chosen few. It's available to anyone willing to practice. Happy couples aren't lucky. They're intentional. Stay with me, because in the final part, I'll reveal the deeper layer of the secret mindset shift that allows couples not only to survive life together, but to thrive in love for decades. Part 3, Final Chapter. In the last part, we talked about the habits and rituals that keep love alive, fighting with respect, practicing gratitude, and protecting small daily moments. But here's the truth. All of those practices come from something deeper, something hidden, something that, once you understand it, changes the entire way you approach love. Stay with me, because in just a moment, I'll reveal the final secret, the one that truly separates couples who grow together from those who fall apart. The mindset shift. Happy couples don't see love as a feeling to chase. They see it as a commitment to grow. Feelings rise and fall. Passion burns and cools. Life brings storms and stress. If you build your relationship on feelings alone, it will collapse when those feelings waver. But when love is rooted in a decision to keep showing up, to keep investing, to keep choosing, it becomes unshakable. In just a moment, I'll share how this mindset shows up in everyday life. But first, let's talk about why so many couples miss it. Why feelings alone aren't enough. Think about the phrase we hear all the time, "I fell out of love." What does that really mean? Usually it means, I stopped feeling what I used to feel. But love isn't about staying stuck in the first chapter. It's about writing new ones together. Happy couples don't chase the butterflies of the early days. They nurture a deeper, steadier love, the kind that grows stronger with time. And soon, I'll tell you how they keep that flame alive without relying on constant passion. The choice that changes everything. Here it is. Happy couples don't wait to feel in love to act in love. They act first. They choose to show kindness, respect, and care even on days when they don't feel like it. And almost always, the feelings follow. It's a cycle. Actions feed feelings, and feelings feed actions. Break the cycle, and love fades. Protect the cycle, and love thrives. A story of storms. Let me share another story. A couple had been married for over 25 years when the husband suddenly lost his job. Money was tight, stress was high. Their home, once filled with laughter, felt heavy with tension. Many couples would have drifted apart in that season, but instead of turning against each other, they turned toward each other. The wife told me later, "We decided we were going to fight the problem, not each other." That mindset changed everything. Instead of blaming, they supported. Instead of criticizing, they encouraged. And not only did they survive that season, they came out stronger. That's the final secret in action. Love is not about avoiding storms. It's about holding hands in the middle of them. Building legacy love. Here's what makes The Secret so powerful. It doesn't just keep couples happy, it builds a legacy. When children grow up watching parents who choose love daily, they learn what love really looks like. When friends see a marriage that endures, they are reminded that lasting love is possible. Legacy love doesn't just impact two people, it ripples outward, changing families, communities, even generations. The final secret. So here it is, as promised. Happy couples use the power of choice to keep love alive. They don't wait for feelings. They don't get trapped in comparison. They don't let routine steal connection. Instead, they make love a daily decision, one that transforms ordinary days into extraordinary ones. Now, let me ask you, what would change in your own relationships if you began choosing love daily? What if instead of waiting to feel connected, you decided to create connection? This is the invitation of The Secret: to stop waiting, to start building, to practice love as a choice, not just a feeling. Closing reflection. Here's the truth. Lasting love isn't found, it's made. It's created in the quiet moments, the small gestures, the daily choices. And happy couples, they're not perfect. They've just discovered that the secret isn't hidden in grand gestures, it's hidden in choosing, again and again, to love. If this message resonated with you, take a moment to reflect on the relationships that matter most in your life. And if you want more inspiration like this, don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who needs encouragement, and subscribe for more stories and secrets that can transform the way you see love. Because the truth is simple. This secret doesn't just belong to happy couples, it can belong to you too.